Welcome back to another episode of Savage Culture. And before we kick things off, just gonna plug the Instagram and the TikTok real quick at the underscore real underscore savage underscore culture with a K. And as you know, look us up on iTunes if you're listening there at Savage Culture. We also got the YouTube at Savage Culture. I think that's everything. We'll see where it goes from there. Maybe we'll make more. But as of right now, you know, the underscore real underscore savage underscore culture on Instagram and TikTok. Unfortunately, the guy who I talked to about getting our intro outro together still hasn't gotten anything together yet for me. So until then, we're going to have to stick to the same old shit. So, in case you didn't know, but for most of you who do, you're listening to Savage Culture, where our culture is being uncultured. So, today's episode, we're going to start off with some crazy bullshit about the toilet paper shortage. It's kind of fucking insane that I can't wipe my ass without being worried that it's going to be the last time. I have a friend in the military, and his base literally ran out of toilet paper. The entire fucking military base. Okay? That's how bad this shit is. It's actually fucking insane. Literally insane. And to top it off, there are a bunch of assholes in Oregon who are running out of toilet paper and calling 911. I would love to be the 911 operator picking up the call. 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, I'm on the shitter and I'm out of toilet paper. My sister's mouth is kind of dry, so I was wondering if you could send someone in to, maybe lick up the mess. I don't know, get some Mounties or something. What the fuck do you think 911 is going to do? They can't do anything. That's not their fucking job. What is 911 going to do for you when you're out of toilet paper? Please. They probably don't even have fucking tissues in the 911 operator place. I've never been to one, but I'm pretty sure the 911 operator places kind of fucking suck. They just sit there all day hearing depressing shit, never knowing if the person who they're talking to is going to live or die. Like they're sitting there going, yeah, stay with me. You're going to be okay. Oh, shit, never mind. The cop's 5 minutes out. Do you have a gun? No? Yeah, bend over, kiss your ass goodbye, because you're not going to be saved in time. That's their entire day. Just telling people they're going to die, or lying to people saying they're going to live, knowing they're going to fucking die. There's nothing else they do. They just sit there and lie to people. They just get paid by the government to do it. You're going to be okay. Yeah, the fuck you are. As for toilet paper, I don't know. I think these people should be arrested. It's bullshit. It got so bad that the police department had to tweet about it, asking people to not call 911 because they're out of toilet paper. Who the fuck? Why would you even have to do that? Why? What has society come to that we're calling 911 because we're out of toilet paper? Use your fucking hand. You can wash your hand afterwards. You fucking wash your hand. This leads me into the first segment of the show today, and that is, you ever just? So my question for you, ladies and gentlemen, you ever just slip your finger in your butthole? The reason I'm bringing it up now is because of this toilet paper thing. In all seriousness, all right? You've ever been wiping your ass, and I'm a righty, so I wipe my ass, you got the toilet paper on your hand, and as I'm wiping my ass, my middle finger sometimes pushes a little too hard because you got to push the finger to actually wipe the shit. Otherwise, you're just useless. You can't do anything. You have to push your finger in, obviously. And as you're wiping up your ass, does your finger ever sort of like slip in your asshole a little bit? Not like a lot. Not like you're fucking your ass, but like sometimes it slips in your ass a little bit. And it's not gay. It's not gay. I'm not saying I enjoy it. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying, you ever accidentally slip your finger in your ass? I know I can't be the only one. I've talked about this with people before, and I either get a fuck no and I know they're lying, or I get people saying they know what I'm talking about. And I know what I'm talking about. When you wipe your ass and your finger just slips in a little bit. I'm not talking like you're finger fucking yourself. I mean like the fingerprint pad of your finger kind of slips in your ass a little bit. And it's sort of like a weird, those little penny press things that you can get in amusement parks? It's kind of like that spread your asshole almost because of the way your finger pad is like shaped. And it's a weird feeling. It's not a good feeling. I don't know if that I don't know why gay people like things up their rectum. I don't. That's enough to make me cry. No, that's not true. I don't cry, but it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like sticking my finger up my ass. I don't do it on purpose. I'm just saying, if you wipe your ass, sometimes your finger goes up your ass. And I feel like that's basic logic. And I feel like we should talk about it more. Because not enough people talk about accidentally fingering their butthole. And it shows. It's why we have the society we have. because no one wants to discuss this. How many, you know what? No, it's not the question of the day, but that's a valid question. More people need to talk about accidentally fingering their butt, and I think we could have a better society. I think if more people acknowledge that maybe their finger went a little too far, sometimes that's all it takes to set the mood for a day. If your finger goes too far up your butt, you're gonna have a shitty day. There's nothing wrong with that. You should be able to look at someone and go, I was wiping earlier and my finger went too far. And they should know exactly what you mean and how you feel, because that can set the mood for a day. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm not saying there's anything right about it. I'm just saying if you accidentally finger your butthole while you're wiping, you should be able to talk about it and people should understand why you're having a bad day. That's what I'm trying to say. So, question is, you ever just slip your finger in your butthole? Yeah, I'm leaving that long pause there. Okay. So, next story I have for you is a priest from Maryland opened up a drive-through confessional. And my question on that, I don't know if I have a question on that. What can I say without offending too many Catholics? Fuck it, let's just go right in for it. How is he going to touch the kids if it's a drive-through? Is he going to reach his hand through the back window and be like, bless you, like in the front, be like, bless you, oh shit, that's what he does. He distracts him in the front window with the sign of the cross, while in the back window, he's fiddling the kid. That's actually genius. That's genius. You fiddle the kid in the back while you distract him in the front. I like, no, I don't like this idea. I don't like this idea, but it's a smart business plan. As a business student, this is a smart business plan. You have the parent drive him around. That's actually genius. That's genius on him. Because what if someone's just drive? That's genius. That's drive-through pedophilia. He has figured out a way to make a drive-through for pedophiles. I'm actually kind of stunned right now. He's figured out a way to make a drive-through for pedophiles. Because think about it. If you go to if you're traveling, right, and you go to McDonald's or something, you're never returning to that McDonald's. If you're traveling and you go to a drive-through confessional and the priest fiddles your kid, you're never going back to the confessional anyway. So how are you going to know? Like if you go back to a McDonald's like 20 years from now and you're like, yeah, he spit in my fries, you're not going to fucking remember who spit in your fries. You go back to a confessional 20 years from now and you're going to be like, yeah, that's the priest that fiddled me. You're not going to fucking remember that. This dude's a fucking genius. Also, a big thank you to everyone who's been concerned asking me if I had corona. No, I don't have the coronavirus. I have something way worse. I have something called seasonal allergies, and unfortunately, it's time for seasonal allergies while the coronavirus is going around. So I'm the guy that gets to walk around in public coughing and having everyone look at me like I'm about to rape their fucking dog. And that has nothing to do with the sign on my neck saying I'm going to rape your fucking dog. That has to do with because I'm coughing. I don't have the coronavirus. If I had the coronavirus, I'd be coughing in your face. If I'm bothering to cough in my elbow, obviously I don't have a deadly disease. Because if I have a deadly disease, I don't care if I live or die anymore because I know I'm dying. So I'm not going to bother coughing in my elbow and be like, fuck you. I don't care if you die. I'm dying anyway. Who gives a shit? Why would I cough in my elbow if I'm going to die? Why would I take that 1 second from my life to be courteous? I don't give a fuck. When I'm dying, that's on you. Like, fuck you. I'm not gonna have any manners when I die. I'll shit myself when I die. I will shit myself and look at the nurse and tell a bitch to clean it. I will look at her and say, sponge bath. Now. And then once she's sponge bathing me, I'll fucking shit on her hands. Yeah. And when she's wiping my ass, oh shit. When she's wiping my ass, all right, and her little finger pad goes up my butthole, I'll moan. Because when she wipes my butt, I'll go, ah. And then I'll be like, yeah, do it again. And I'll shit on her again because I'm old and I can shit like that. Because I'm drinking bad prune juice. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. Because you know what? When you're about to die, no one gives a fuck. And that is why I don't have the coronavirus. Because I still cough on my elbow. That's how you know who is a coronavirus and not. Because if they're willing to cough on their elbow, they don't have the coronavirus. That's just a straight fucking fact. And of course, as soon as I finished saying that, I sounded like I hacked up a lung with the cough I just made. Fuck my life. All right, next up, we have a new segment that I want to add called If You Think About It. And the first topic for this segment is if you think about it, doctors can do whatever they want to you and claim it's for medical purposes, and people won't question it. Because we know now that gynecologists are a good thing, or that doctors sticking their hands up your ass is a good thing, or them playing with your breast is a good thing, right? But in the beginning, no one knew that. The doctor literally had to find a patient and say, I'm going to stick my hand up your ass, and it's going to prove whether or not you have ass cancer. Find a patient and say, I have to play with your boobs to find out if you have cancer. And then they had to find women and say, I'm going to spread your pussy apart and see if it's clean. These are how do you describe something like that to someone for the first time as a doctor? Like, a doctor can literally say anything. They could tell us that they have to gauge the size of our assholes with their penis, and we would fucking let them. We would let them. And then 30 years from now, it'd be like, yeah, no, I'm getting my ass inspection today. You haven't gotten an ass inspection? Dude, you could have cancer without an ass inspection. Who the fuck? They literally spread the pussy apart with a little pussy machine. They stick their fucking fist up your ass, and they play with your boobs. I just want to throw it out there. We know now that those are good things, but when they first started, there's no way they knew those were actual ways to figure these things out. I find it absolutely impossible to believe that some doctor woke up one day and goes, my patients keep dying. I think if I play with their boobs, I will find bumps that tell me why they're dying. Or that some other doctor woke up and said, my wife's vagina smells funny. I'm pretty sure if I spread her vagina open and take a flashlight and look around in there for like 45 minutes, clean that shit out with a toothbrush, I'm going to figure out that the smelly vagina is because it has a yeast infection and she's baking bread in there. Or that someone else went, man, my grandpa died, my dad died, my stepbrother died. Maybe if I stick my fist up another man's ass and he's able to clench it around my arm, he could survive. It means he doesn't have ass cancer. Like, no. These were created by perverts who wanted to play with people. And then they found reasons to keep their perverted shit going. I guarantee you prostate cancer is not even real. I don't think prostate cancer is real. And breast cancer? Breast cancer is real-ish. Do we know that it's really? I don't know. I think they just lucked out. I think these doctors were perverts who lucked out in being right. Gynecologists, I'll never be able to. There's no such thing as a male gynecologist that's not a pervert. If you're a male gynecologist, you're a pervert. There's nothing around. Who grows up and says, I want to clean female pussies and make sure that people have clean pussy because I love women? No. They grow up saying, I'm going to play with girls' pussies because they can't tell me no. And I'll get paid to do it. Oh, that's a little orgasm all over their little fucking. I don't even know if they would watch porn. I don't know what they'd watch. That's just creepy. I don't know. Male gynecologists, you're fucking weird. And you're all fucking perverts. You're all of you. Every last one of you. I don't care if you're a cool guy. You're a fucking pervert. Hands down, you're a fucking pervert. Next story I have comes out of New Hampshire. So basically, what happened is there's this small town. There's a police chief. He's like the only guy in the town that's a police officer. They mostly rely on the state troopers. So they have a town meeting. They go, look, man, we can't afford your pension. We can't afford to pay you. You know, like, do the right thing, retire. It's time. It's good for the city. You know what you have to do. He doesn't want to do it. So, like, all right, fuck you. You're fired. Turn over your uniform and everything. So then this guy goes and pulls probably the biggest little kid move you can fucking pull in existence. He takes his clothes off on the spot and gives them everything except for his socks and his underwear. Hands it all over to them and pouts and like stomp. I'm assuming he pouts and stomps home because at that point, if you're acting that much like a little kid, I'm pretty sure he'd fucking do it. Like, his wife found him walking home in his socks and underwear. That's not even a form of depression. That's not a form of anything. That's just a pouty little kid. He's just walking home in his underwear and socks like, I'm going to show them. Like, dude, what the fuck? What? They let that man carry a gun. That's the guy who was in charge of their police matters. The same guy. Can you imagine like walking home and being like, oh man, I'm in my underwear and socks. Fuck it, I don't care. And then like seeing the guy who's walking home in his underwear and socks and going, man, maybe I should give him a ride. Maybe I should help him out. And then remembering, oh yeah, he busted me for smoking a joint. Fuck him. Fuck him. I'm not gonna give him a ride. We were drinking at my house behind the barn, and this dude shows up and takes all the beer away. Fuck you. I'm not gonna give you a ride home. That, how do you go from being chief of police to walking home in your underwear and socks? In a span of one night. One night. The mental de-evolution that's required for something like that is too long. They let him carry a gun and call himself a cop while he was in a mental state to the point where he would walk home in his underwear and socks. That doesn't sound logical to me. That sounds retarded. And I say retarded because I think we need to take back that word. There's a lot of people who have been demonstrating in the world lately why we need to bring back the word retarded. And I think it's a good thing because the word went away and look at how people are acting. Look at what's going on. People are literally having fistfights over toilet paper in fucking Walmart. We took the word away. We have a fucking virus going around killing people. We need to bring back the word retarded because without the word retarded, shit has gotten fucking retarded. Because kids are growing up, they're not being called retarded. I'm not pro-bullying. I hate bullies. Bullies are assholes. But I wouldn't be where I am in life without bullies. Bullies literally brought me to a point where I wanted to kill myself at one point in time, but I made it through that. And as terrible as it was, I'm sort of thankful that they brought me to that point because I've seen the worst a person can get to and the darkest place a human being can be. And I've come back from that. And I don't think I could ever be a stronger person than I am now because of that. I genuinely believe that being bullied is what ended up saving my life. Genuine. I swear to God, no bullshit. I think that if I wasn't bullied, I would not have been able to overcome depression. And granted, I might not have had depression without bullying, but I don't think I would have been able to overcome it either. So I think bullying is good in some ways, bad in others. Bullying is a 50-50. Bullying, there's got to be a way to allow bullying to a certain extent without being harmful. Because not all bullying is harmful. Some bullying is very good. It increases kids' knowledge. It teaches them to stand up for themselves. And it teaches them how to ignore others and be happy with yourself. So some bullying is good, but not all bullying is good. And I think that's the problem. But regardless, we need to bring the word retarded back. I know I went off on a little tangent there. I'm used to that, but that was a little sad. I'm sorry, guys. I know I try to keep this podcast happy, but I'm just trying to be real with you. So I'm being real. I'm expressing myself. I'm being real. I genuinely think we need to bring back the word retarded because without the word retarded, people on this fucking planet have gotten retarded. So we need to bring back the word retarded and we need to start telling our kids they're retarded. We do. We need to look at our kids and say, hey, numbnuts, you're being a fucking retard. Shut the fuck up and go clean your room while I bang your mom. And just because I tell that to the kids at the lady's house who I fuck, that means nothing. Those kids are going to be stronger for it. They are. They're going to grow up. They're going to be successful. They're going to look down at me and go, you know, Mark, while you were railing our mom, we were cutting our wrist. And you know what? You made us stronger for it. Shit, that's fucked. Maybe they weren't cutting their wrist. I don't know what they were doing. Hopefully not cutting their wrist. I don't want them to cut their wrists. Shit, this is getting dark again. Fuck. I mean, I was railing while you were railing our mom, things got better for us and we became successful and fuck you. What if I create the next Eminem? What if me calling a kid retarded creates the next Eminem? That's the type of shit I'm talking about. You never know. You could create the next superstar by calling someone retarded. So that's my final opinion on the word. We need to bring back the word retarded, and we need to tell people they're retarded because it makes us stronger. And without it, we're creating retards by not using the word retard. That's my final opinion. End of the story. That's what we're going with. Next up, on to probably everybody's favorite segment. You already know. The thing that puts the mushrooms on my fupa. The thing that makes me scratch like I got it. The thing that literally makes mushroom stew in Minecraft when I shave my pubes. The thing that all Italians want to chomp off above my penis. What really fungi's my fupa? Simps. That's right, I said it. Simps. Suckers idolizing mediocre pussy. Yeah, simps. You fungi my fucking fupa. I hate you. I hate you in every way. And that's just straight up facts. Because I am you. We're all simps. We're all a little simpy sometimes. So I've broken down simpness, simpnar, the simphood. So my friend told me about something called the simp spectrum, and I feel like that's an accurate thing. And now I elaborated on it a little bit. Basically, his definition is the simp spectrum has alpha simps, which is people who, women shit in their mouth and literally bathe, fucking clean their toes in someone else's tongue syrup juice, saliva, tongue syrup juice. Yeah, tongue syrup juice, also known as saliva. Okay, yeah, holy shit. Fuck, I'm retarded. See, I'm a retard. See, and now that I call myself a retard, I'm gonna be better in the future. It's only helpful, people. It's only fucking helpful. Okay, so basically, you have alpha simps in the one side and incels on the other. And incels just fucking hate women. You know those dykes? I say dykes because they're not women. They're fucking dykes. The ones that want to like reproduce without men. Basically, take those and turn them into men, and that's what an incel is. That was his definition of the simp spectrum. I take it a little bit farther. I feel like the simp spectrum is also a scale from 1 to 10. And on that scale, it's kind of like the base acid scale a little bit. 1 to 3 is alpha simp. If you're in 1 to 3, you're an alpha simp. If you're 4 to 6, you're a normal human being. Because everybody's a little simpy sometimes, a little incelly other times. So 4 to 6 is about the medium range. It's a normal man. 1 to 3 is an alpha simp, and 7 to 10 is an incel. 7 to 10 is a genuine incel. Now, I grew up knowing someone who I would I would probably consider an incel. He was very fucking abusive to his family. I'm not gonna use names because I don't want lawsuits, but this guy was fucking insane. He killed their dog. I swear to fucking God, this man allegedly killed their dog. And I say allegedly, but he did. He fucking did it. I can't give you evidence, but he fucking did it. He did it. This man, raging alcoholic, extremely bad. Beat his wife, beat his daughters, everyone. And I think a lot of it had to do with them bringing him warm beers. I think they just needed a better refrigerator personally. But I think every time they brought him a warm beer, that's why he'd beat them. Not that that's reasonable, but to this man, that probably was. He was a fucking alcoholic. I think one day they brought him a warm beer and he had enough. He said, fuck you. He took a revolver, loaded it in, did a Russian roulette spin, and said, eeny, meeny, miny, dog. Clicked it on everyone. The dog was the one that got it. They had like 4 dogs. Probably an 8-shot revolver, 6-shot, 12-shot. I don't know. What's the max shot? 6, 12, 8. I don't know. Whatever the max shot is, the dog was not lucky. The dog died. And I'm pretty sure the dog's buried in the backyard. Again, I can't prove any of this. This is all alleged in air quotes. But I am fairly confident this man killed his dog in front of his family. And by fairly confident, I have not testimony, but I've heard from the daughters themselves that the dad killed the dog. I've also heard he may or may not have pulled a gun on his family. This guy's kind of fucking insane. That's what I'm saying. He's fucking insane. And I can see him killing their dog. So that's an example of an incel. That guy, he's on the 7 to 10 range. I would say, yeah, 7 to 10 range. Now, another example of an alpha simp would be someone who, cleans up, does all the chores for the woman, that best friend that approves the nudes for the girl. He's giving her money to go out. He's buying her things. And he's like, oh, your boyfriend's so cool. I want to lick his nuts after he's done fucking you. Oh, I'll pay him to, get a blowjob from you. And then I'll sit there and watch and take pictures. And no, I'm not speaking from experience. Maybe a little bit. Not important. Anyway, no, I'm not. I try not to be a simp. I try not to. And I feel like the key thing to being a simp is understanding that it's mediocre pussy. So if it's not mediocre pussy, then technically you're not a simp. If you recognize that it's mediocre pussy, then you're not a simp because suckers idolizing mediocre pussy. The key word is idolizing. So if you can look at it and go, yeah, I did this. That's mediocre. Say you bought a prostitute, okay? Everyone knows prostitutes are mediocre pussy. If you buy a prostitute, you're actually not a simp because you are not idolizing the prostitute. You're not saying, oh, it's amazing. You're saying, it's a fucking prostitute. I'm paying for it. I know it's mediocre. I'm not fucking a prostitute expecting to be like fucking Kim Kardashian or something. I don't see. That's another thing I don't understand. Who would want to fuck Kim K? I don't understand why Kanye would want to fuck Kim K. It's all plastic. I would take real over plastic any day because what happens when that shit pops? What happens when you're in your room and you're like, just something's dripping on your head and you're like, oh shit, baby, you drooling? And she's like, no, my titty popped. And you're like, oh shit. And just a gallon of liquid plastic comes out and drowns you. Mark my words, if Kanye dies, it's going to be because he drowned in Kim K's plastic goop from her titty. Yep, he's going to be sucking on her titties and he's just going to drown in it. That's how Kanye's going to die. Kanye is going to die in Kim Kardashian plastic titty juice. Fuck. Guys, if I make apparel, please remind me to make that a t-shirt. Kim Kardashian we're going to have to shorten that. We will figure that out. That is apparel worthy. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I told you how I do my podcast. I make little note sections. I do have one labeled t-shirts. So I'm going to make sure that I put that in there. Kim Kardashian plastic titty juice is going to go on the t-shirt section. We will make that a t-shirt. Swear to God. All right. We're at 28 minutes. I wanted to go for 30. What could I talk about? Now, I'm just going to talk about what I plan on doing. We're gonna kind of end everything else there. That's sort of the end of the episode. So if you want, you can stop listening, but please don't. So basically, the idea right now, I have a few pranks and stuff I want to upload to the YouTube. I want to get going with that sometime soon. I do want to start actually recording these podcasts for you guys, like on video. I'm kind of camera shy because I'm not the best looking, but I do want you guys to have something else to, look at. So I'm thinking about doing that very soon. Like I said, I do have pranks I want to upload for you guys. I think they're going to be fucking awesome. I think you guys are really going to like them. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded. Things have really been crazy for me with the coronavirus going on. I don't have it, like I said. I have been having to work a lot more. So that being said, I haven't had time to do the podcast. I'm going to try to do as many as I can in the next couple days just so that I don't have to go another 2 weeks without uploading for you guys. I just have them pre-done. So we're going to do that and just see where it goes. Of course, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the_real_savage_culture. Check us out on iTunes at Savage Culture and on the YouTube. Like it up, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit on YouTube at Savage Culture. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. You've been listening to Savage Culture, where our culture is being uncultured.